before we talk about what you do, can we have a listen to what the machine does and have a look at the machine?
Of course.
Because it's like a dental thing or something,
Of course. It's not as harsh as your average tattoo machine.
Okay, so you're holding up, it's like a pen, that looks like a pen.
Yes, it's a sharp pen. It's a very sharp pen, so...
And it makes quite a big noise.
It makes a little bit of a noise, like a tattoo machine. It does make a noise, but just not as loud. It's not as harsh.
And it uses a needle, does it, in the end?
It does, a very, very fine needle. So, would you like me to keep...
In what way is that not like a tattoo, then?
Well, it's a form of tattooing because it goes into the dermis of the skin. But tattoo artists, they use inks and dyes and they go very deep into the skin, up to 4mm, where permanent makeup is very superficial. It's only 0.5mm into the skin.
4mm, that's quite a long way.
That's a lot into your skin if on your skin, but on your face it's a lot more shallow. So it's 0.5mm into the skin. So it's only actually scratching the surface.
And that's all down to the machine, I take it?
That's all down to the machine,
It's not because you don't jab it in.
No.
The machine just says it goes...
It does. It actually goes into the skin up to 180 times per second, so it is very clever.
And so, does it have an ink on it?
Not as such. We don't use inks and dyes. We use hypoallergenic pigments, hypoallergenic inorganic or organic pigments. So they're very natural. They're very skin friendly. I mean, there's a very, very small chance of any allergic reaction occurring from it.
So would there be more of a chance with a tattoo?
It's hard to say.
I mean,
really.
people that have tattoos and they get quite sore, don't they? You'll see sailors with a patch over their arm because they've had an anchor tattooed on it. And it's a bit sore for a while and it goes a bit red. When you have this kind of thing done, does it not do that sort of stuff?
Well, no, it shouldn't. What I tend to do with all my clients is test everybody first. But, of course, because it's my client's face, that's the most important thing. And they've got to look at people, on a day-to-day basis. With a tattoo, it's different because it's actually under the clothes most of the time or in a place where people can't see it. So it's not such an issue to actually test for an average tattoo. But for your face, it is imperative that you do have a test first.
Where do you test?
Usually behind the ear, but it's usually a scratch test or a patch test in the post, just like with a everyday ordinary plaster that I send out to all my clients.
And so what are people having done? I'm guessing it's mostly eyebrows, is it?
It's mostly eyebrows, yes. I mean, with all the fuss about Colleen having her eyebrows, it's been in the paper quite a lot. It's a fantastic procedure.
This is Colleen Rooney, by the way, if you're wondering who it is. No, that's all right.
Yes.
It is Colleen Rooney, isn't it?
It is Colleen Rooney.
I thought it might be Colleen Nolan for a minute. But
Up to press, I think.
No, that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, no. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew which Colleen it was.
Yes.
It's not a secret, I doubt, is it?
Well, I don't think it is.
Well, it's not anymore. Never mind. Colleen Rooney's had this time.
She has.
Okay.
It's been in all the papers.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry. We don't mind. We'll say anything here. So, what do you have? Do you have to shave the? And it's mostly. I'm assuming. Have you ever done this on any men?
I have, yes.
Oh, you have?
I have, yes.
Oh, okay. So
it's quite rare for a man to have this done, but it's usually due to a medical condition like alopecia, or maybe if somebody's had cancer, their eyebrows have never grown back. So it is a possibility for men, but I would say 99% of the time it's for ladies that have overplucked in the 60s or the 70s or even the 80s, because your eyebrow hair, the follicles, it stops growing. Your hair stops growing after a while in the eyebrow region. So
if you had really thin eyebrows and you were plucking and plucking and you thought, well, I'll stop plucking them and I'll grow them a bit thicker for the winter, that's not going to happen.
Well, it all depends on the age, really, of the client.
That.
Yes, that's true, yes.
Is that the only hair that does that, if you want to take it out?
Unfortunately, yes, it is. It tends to, grow other places instead of, as we get older.
It comes out your ears and your nose,
yes, exactly.
And now, how long does it take to do an eyebrow?
On average, I'd say about 40 minutes. About 40 minutes, because obviously we numb the area first, and we draw on a design that's perfect for the client's facial shape and also for the hair tone, skin tone. And we don't do anything with the needle until that client's 100% happy with the shape. Then we go over it designing little tiny hair strokes. So it's little tiny hair strokes. It mimics an actual eyebrow. So
you don't just do like a circle or a shape, like a crescent shape, and then colour it in?
It's actual little tiny hair strokes that we do. So it can give somebody their confidence back over years of over plucking. You know, a lot of ladies draw on their eyebrows every day, and it can take up to half an hour for ladies to do that. So to have this procedure done is actually taken away. Well, it's giving them an extra 20 minutes in bed in the morning.
Yeah. Do you when you're doing it, do you ever kind of just go, oh, whoops, just to see how they react?
Well, it hasn't happened to me yet. So
when you first started, I'm assuming you know, you've been doing it a while and you know what you're doing. But when you first start, are you a bit nervous?
Oh yes, I mean the first couple of months you are very nervous, but usually we practice on our mums, our sisters, aunties, friends of the family before we do anything on the day-to-day public. So we make sure we are top at our game before we actually get out there.
It's got to be better to practice on people that you don't know and aren't going to be around all the time. If you practiced on your mum and then you got them all wonky, you're going to have to look at that for the rest of your life.
Well, I suppose that is the case for some people, yes.
And what sort of training do you have to have for it?
Very intense training, up to 12 days sometimes. It all depends. Different companies train people differently. So, but also you have to do lots and lots of case studies before you actually get a certificate. So you have to go through a lot of people before you can actually go out there and do this procedure on. And
is it regulated? So anyone, if anyone does it, you have to have all the certificates and have done all the training?
Yes, you do. Yes, you have to have certificate, insurance, and also premises to work from.
So I know you do loads in Coventry, don't you?
I do, yes.
Yeah. You do the White Room in City Arcade. They were going for a song feature. We know them.
They was, yes. Yeah. The owner, Emma, is a good friend of mine, and she has a fantastic salon, and we'll be doing a lot of promotions in there soon.
Yeah.
But also Radford Road, Coventry, and also 80 Dawlish Drive.
And is it all eyebrows, or did you do any other things?
No, I do permanent eyeliner, and also lip blend, and also a beauty spot. So the eyeliner.
Do you know what I was going to say? They all have a beauty spot, and they do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So Madonna could have had hers, because she used to stick one on. I don't know if she still does it. In the 80s, she was very famous for a beauty
you know,
spot.
if I ever did anyone famous, I'd never tattoo and towel. So I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
So the eyeliner, is that scary, the eyeliner? I don't like things near my eye.
Well, I suppose the thought of it, Mark, is quite scary. But when you know what you're doing, you actually immobilise the eye with your hand, so the eye can't actually move. So you make sure that eye is still before you go in there with a needle. You know, it does sound quite scary, but it's not.
So what's your next appointment going to be? What are you doing?
My next appointment, will be a set of eyebrows, which is my favourite of all the procedures to do.
Okay, well listen, good luck with those eyebrows.
Thank you.
Before you go, give us another on the thing.
I sure will,
it's a bit like being at the dentist. There you go. It's not scary at all. Listen, thank you very much indeed, Emma.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.